I'm JD Friedman. As a professional video editor, I've used many different types of editing desks over the years, but they were all inadequate.
So I recently started a concerted search to find the perfect video editing desk. I watched numerous YouTube videos posted by other editors. I searched the internet and found many professional video desks, and while these pre-built solutions all cost thousands of dollars, most of them were little more than a large table with a raised shelf to hold video monitors and speakers. All this searching helped me to gather different ideas and start to develop a dream list for the perfect video or audio editing setup. I wanted something which met all of these requirements. It had to be cost-effective, portable, and easy for one person to dismantle and move. I wanted something that would be super sturdy and strong, yet lightweight and easy to move to another room or throw in the back of a car to move to another location all by myself, able to hold all four of my computers, screens, drives, etc., and other editing parts and accessories in one piece of furniture. Something that had a place for everything and held everything in its place, so that I never again had to waste time looking for my phone or a USB adapter, charger, or anything else I had to put my hands on in the middle of an edit. Easily adaptable and expandable in order to create space for new devices and accessories. An attractive, modern design that was neat and organized, with enough open work area to be a comfortable environment in which to spend endless hours enjoying the pursuit of my chosen craft, so that I could focus on the work with minimal distractions. Finally, it was important that this setup held the monitors, keyboards, and mice in just the right position so that I didn't experience neck strain or any other discomfort during endless days of editing. After weeks of searching, it was clear to me that the ideal solution I desired didn't exist, so I would have to build it. I went into the design phase, which, to my surprise, took me over a month. What you see here is the end result, a sturdy, organized, expandable, portable media desk that was easy to build for a cost of less than $200 of materials and is a delight to work with every day. I hope this brief video introduction can inspire you to build your own version of this desk, or if you want to avoid having to reinvent the wheel, you can check out the website linked below to get a more detailed explanation of how to create your own version and purchase complete plans of this patented design for nominal cost. We can start this tour from the ground up. There's plenty of open space underneath where you can put a rolling file cabinet, a desktop computer, and other accessories or storage. Because of all the storage below my monitor shelf and inside these four large drawers, I don't have a need to store too much down here. All I have in that space is a 56 terabyte RAID enclosure. I'm currently using less than half of that storage capacity. And all this data is backed up on another set of drives, a 20 terabyte RAID, which I can load into this same enclosure. I keep those drives stored in my set of desktop boxes. That same set of boxes also holds spare 8 terabyte HGST drives that could be used to rebuild the 56 terabyte RAID 5 array if it should fail. As a backup of these two backups, I also have this data stored online with Backblaze. Altogether, I have about 170 terabytes of storage. There are 4 computers, 2 4K monitors, a couple of studio speakers, and lots of other stuff. Next level up, I have 4 full extension drawers, each size for its specific use, to hold keyboards, mice, and other storage. But the current design could also hold control surfaces like these, or you could reconfigure these drawers to accommodate larger control devices in this same space or on the main desktop. These drawers can be accessed from either the front or back. In keeping with my design philosophy, these are very simple with no hardware, so they are inexpensive and slide smoothly while offering just a ton of well-organized, easily accessible storage, which makes very efficient use of nearly this entire 8-foot by 3-foot space. With this design, you'll never have to dig deep into the back of a drawer because that back is the front from the other side. The drawers can be easily removed for quick access, or if you want to empty the desk to move it. There's actually more storage than I currently need, which fulfills the adaptable, expandable requirement of my list. The first drawer holds the wireless mouse used with my M1 Mac Mini and a hardwired mouse that can connect to any of the 3 computers near the monitors. It also provides storage for these modular parts boxes. There are 2 raceways, one on the outside of each center drawer, for running cables front to back while keeping the desktop clear. You could also easily set up a similar raceway on either end of the work surface if needed. But with all the Bluetooth connectivity we have today, cabling is less of an issue than it used to be. The second drawer has a wired Logitech keyboard that's connected to the M1 Max via the right side cable raceway. The third drawer has a wireless keyboard/trackpad for the PC that's mounted to the back of my Samsung 4K monitor. I'm mostly a Mac guy, but it's helpful to have a PC sometimes, especially when dealing with clients that only work outside the Mac world. These 2 keyboard drawers have lots of storage that's not currently used. You don't see any cable clutter from the front. I originally intended to use cable wraps and a raceway back there, but I found that it's just easier to leave the cables loose, which facilitates switching drives and other devices between my 4 computers. I like to keep the main work surface mostly clear. On the far right, I have a multi-charger that can be used to charge tablets, phones, power backups, and other devices, and there's still room left for additional storage. These internal drives can be read with this 2-drive Thunderbolt toaster. It will handle either 3.5 or 2.5-inch spinning drives and even bare SSDs, though I have other adapters that I usually use with SSDs. It can also clone a drive with the push of a button. These 4 external drives are connected to a 10-port USB hub. The hub can instantly expand the ability for any of these computers to access many external devices through just one USB 3 port. The shelf above this area holds my Samsung tablet, which has been customized with a quick release plate. I love these sturdy storage boxes and have 14 of them used throughout the desk. Closer to the center, I have an anchor hub with 3 additional Thunderbolt 4 ports and a USB 3 port. This handy device can be used with any of my computers, but it's usually Velcroed to the side of this center shelf unit behind the toaster and plugged into my M1 Mac Mini. The Mini sits on top of an OWC Mini Stack STX connected to my Apple Mac Studio M1 Max. The XTX provides an additional 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports and serves as my primary editing drive because it contains a super fast 2 terabyte NVMe SSD that I use as my initial scratch disk and a 3.5-inch 18 terabyte drive for backup and storage. The small top shelf holds a DVD player/CD burner, which could be replaced by a Blu-ray burner, with enough space still left for storage of my iPhone. I left plenty of space around the computers in Mini Stack for airflow. And there's a gap in the middle for running cables. My original design had 2 removable shelves behind these devices to hold portable USB drives. But the new design has been updated with just 1 shelf that runs from front to back under the Mini Stack. The monitor shelf was originally designed as a single 8-foot piece, and it uses these 8-inch high speakers for support, but the plans also have an option to use plywood to support each end. These boxes and the drawers are the perfect size for efficient storage of hard drives and accessories. so it's easy to locate adapters or cables when I need them. The space above the speaker is where I keep my laptop. These spaces are what allows me to easily customize the height of each storage slot. If I wanted to, I could quickly create 3 more storage slots by placing spacers under each speaker in the central shelf support, thus raising the whole shelf unit another level if needed. On top, of course, we have 2 4K monitors, a Samsung on the left and a top-quality HP Cinema 4K color grading monitor on the right. The whole idea behind this design was to make it as simple as possible to construct with the least number of cuts, while taking great care to use every inch of material in the most efficient manner. This took a half day to put together. I hired a carpenter to take advantage of his fully equipped shop. The table saw, brad stapler, and drill is all you really need, but the more tools, the better. Following the diagrams, we cut up all the plywood and the legs before we started assembly. You can learn more and get a detailed set of the patented plans to build your own desk, along with a complete parts list and information about all the items featured in this video on the website linked below.
This setup makes the time that I spend editing more focused and enjoyable. If you have any questions, please post them down below and I'll get back to you. I look forward to hearing from you. Happy cutting.